صلاة الله سلام الله على طه رسول الله.
Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam ajma'in, amma ba'. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, fellow MSA members. This is your brother Saad Hayder speaking for another Friday reminder, and today I wanted to take a moment to talk about a more serious topic for our discussion, that being the topic of the impossibility of escaping death. I have for you today 3 stories that will be discussed on the matter of this topic, and starting with them, we will get right into this topic right away. First of these stories happens to be about a pious man from the time of Sulaiman. Sulaiman's time, pious man. Listen up very carefully. There's this pious man. He happens to be in the time of Sulaiman. He goes to Sulaiman's gatherings. He goes to hear from other people about matters of faith, and he happens to gain his good deeds from this. And one of these gatherings, one of these days, when he's going to Sulaiman's gathering, he happens to come across this man, a very strange man he has never seen before, and he gets scared of this man. He sees this man, and he immediately goes to Sulaiman alayhi salam. He talks to him. He tells him, "Ya Sulaiman, there is a strange man here. He is scaring me. Please take me to India. I know you have the power over the winds. Please take me to India, where I will be safe from this man." And Sulaiman, he agrees to the request. He agrees, and he takes this man away to India. And the strange man disappears for a while from this gathering, and then he comes back. And Sulaiman, when he gets the chance, he rebukes this man. He tells him, "You have scared this young man. What are you doing here?" And the strange man tells him, "In fact, Sulaiman, I am the angel of death. I am the angel of death, and I was surprised to find the young man in your gathering, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told me to take his soul in India." SubhanAllah. This young man, he happens to be in a place that the angel of death has never expected him to be. And then by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by Allah's will, the young man goes to the very place where he was told, where the angel of death was told, "Go and take this man's soul away." And a more impressive incident of this, a more extraordinary incident happens with the angel of death concerning Prophet Idris alayhi salam. This is the second of stories. Prophet Idris alayhi salam, he is told by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells him, "Ya Idris, I will give to you the like of all of humanity's deeds." Listen to me very carefully. All of humanity's deeds, every single human, from the first of days to the last of days, I'll give you the like of their deeds every single day that you live. And obviously Idris alayhi salam, he is beyond pleased with this. This is an extraordinary gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And realizing that he happens to be of old age at this time, he immediately knows what he has to do. He decides, I must talk to the angel of death and ask him to prolong my life so that I may be able to get all these good deeds. And so he goes and asks an angel. He tells an angel, "Please take me to the heavens so that I may meet with the angel of death, and so I may ask him to prolong my life." The angel agrees. He takes him on his wings, and they fly to the heavens. And as they reach the 4th heaven, there the angel of death happens to be, and and Prophet Idris, he happens to be present. And when the angel of death finds out that Idris is there, he is very astonished, and he tells the angel and Idris alayhi salam, "I was commanded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to take your soul in the 4th heaven." And I was thinking, how am I to do this when Prophet Idris, he is on the earth, and I have to take his soul in heaven? SubhanAllah. And so Idris alayhi salam's soul is taken from him in the 4th heaven. It is an astonishing story, to be sure. to hear this, it is a story that marvels anyone who hears it. And now I also go conclude with the third of stories. That of happens to be cited in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 243. When there was a group of people, Ibn Kathir states that in his tafsir, these people were Bani Israel. And in any case, these group of people, they happen to hail from a town. They come from this town that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent upon this town a plague, an epidemic, a disease that spread out throughout the town. It spread out and people began dying from it. And these people, a group of them, they decide we need to leave for our safety. So they run off, they leave their town, and they go out into the wilderness, thinking now we will be safe from the plague. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had other plans for them. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, once they got to the wilderness, He commanded for all of them, Mutu, die, perish. And all at once, every single man who had thought they had escaped the plague, they collapsed to the ground. They were gone from this world. They had been slain by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And a prophet comes to them later on from their time. He sees their skeletons lying on the ground, their remains, and prays to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for these people. He asks him to bring them back to life. Allah He agrees to the request, and all of them are brought back to life. Their flesh is brought back. Everything about them, it is as if they had never died. Subhanallah. Now the point of me saying all these stories, why am I telling you these stories about all these people who had died in such interesting ways? The reasoning is that, and it's a very simple reason, that for all of us, no matter what we do, there is nothing we can do to escape the impossibility of death. It is a guaranteed thing for all of us that no matter where we go, whatever we do, death will overcome us, even if we were to be in such that we were in fortified castles. We could be safe from the entirety of humanity, but there is nothing that will protect us from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's decree. It is such that wherever we do, there's nothing that we can do except that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decrees something, it will happen. Whatever He has planned for us, it will come to be. Whatever He has planned not to come for us, it will never come to be. And for all of us, death is something that will come to be. All we can do about this is prepare. All we can do is be ready for it. Live our lives, as many people say, live as if we were living our last day on earth. And seek the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala before it is too late. There are a couple of verses in the Quran that happen to relate to this. This is about the disbelievers who would say sometimes to themselves when they had some of their brethren killed in battles by the Muslims, they would say about this, oh, if only this man of ours, if only our brother of ours, he did not go to this battle, he would be alive. He would be with us. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala challenges them, He says to them, avert death from yourselves if this is so, if this is true. He tells them, make death never come to you if this is so. Keep death away from you if you think that you can escape it. And obviously we all know there is nothing that we can do about that. For death is not something we can control. We cannot bribe it. We cannot plead with it. It will come all the same. So what I'm trying to tell you, brothers and sisters, is that the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is nothing we can stave off. It is only it's only going to happen no matter what we do, that death will come for us. So the best we can do about this is that we prepare ourselves for this moment when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will decree that we must meet Him. And remember, it is not that we can never ever flee from death. We can only flee towards it. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.